So it can start from childhood, and that's an interesting point because when someone gets a number, is it that they're actively losing bone? Because inflammation is a root cause. So when there's anything that's causing inflammation in the body, whether it's dysbiosis with the gut, whether it's, autoimmune issues, it can also affect the bones, just like can affect different body parts. The bones can be affected. So any type of inflammatory process can be a root cause of osteoporosis. And so, however, it's important when people get diagnosed, are you actively losing bone, or were you a child that didn't exercise? You didn't have a good diet, or you had eating disorders, so it can be that you just never developed that much bone growing up. And so it's not that you're actively losing, it's just you don't have as much. So it will matter what it is. But in terms of, so anything with inflammation, anything with the gut, people who have issues, whether they're, any type of thing going on, Crohn's or, any of those issues, irritable bowel, all of those things where there's an inflammation, they may not be absorbing their nutrients. And the bones need nutrients. So if they're not getting the micronutrients, you could be losing, you're just not having the material for strong, healthy bones. So any type of gut issue like that. And they've even found gut bacteria. There's a correlation between bone density and the diversity of the microbiome. So they're finding such a relationship with the gut and the bone connection. So that's a big issue in terms of, again, so you either didn't build bone because you weren't active, you didn't have a good diet, or you had inflammation, or different medications. Steroids significantly reduce bone. And a lot of people, whether they're on inhalers or whether they're on...
You're talking about corticosteroids.
Yeah, corticosteroids.
As opposed to like what most people think of when they hear the word steroids, which is more like bodybuilding, anabolic, androgenic steroids.
Yeah, corticosteroids. A lot of people are on that, whether they're their inhalers or for different conditions. So that throughout life will certainly reduce bone density, as well as one of the biggest ones is the proton pump inhibitors. And so, and so many people have acid reflux and heartburn, and people are on this for a long period of time. And it's a huge risk factor because it reduces stomach acid. And we need that stomach acid to break down the proteins and the nutrients for the bone. So there's a big correlation with people who've been on proton pump inhibitors, any of those, the Nexium, the Prilosec, any of those that are reducing stomach acid and osteoporosis, as well as even, people aren't told, even if they are on medication such as antidepressants, which is so prevalent today, that can also, affect bone density and bone quality. And so medications, anti-seizure medication, thyroid, too much thyroid hormone, hyperthyroidism, that can cause, problems with osteoporosis. But so there's the gut inflammation. Then there's also inflammation if you have a sensitivity, let's say, to gluten. So celiac disease is known as a big risk factor for osteoporosis, but just gluten sensitivity or wheat sensitivity also. And I see this all the time where people go off gluten, and not only does their bone density improve, but then their arthritis improves and so many of the other conditions. So I'm trying to think what else I missed. And also hormones. For women, a lot of times they'll lose bone. I mean, that's common after menopause. That's where it accelerates bone loss. And so a lot of times, if people are working with bioidenticals or different things, that can reduce, or prevent some of the bone loss, or just stress. Stress is the body's own cortisol. It increases your body's own inflammation. And so the cortisol has been shown to reduce the activity of the bone building cells. So how we react to stress is a very big issue. And I see this, all the time. So it's all the factors, it's multifactorial. You need to really look at everything. And just being a couch potato, the bones respond to the forces placed upon it. So people who are inactive, that puts them at much higher risk for osteoporosis.
Hey, this is Ari, and if you enjoyed this little clip, I highly recommend checking out the full-length podcast by clicking the link down below this video in the description. Check it out. You're going to learn a ton more valuable information. Also, as always, I want to mention at the Energy Blueprint, we offer a ton of solutions to help you increase your energy. And as a side effect, help you prevent disease, dramatically improve your brain function, your mood, combating anxiety and depression, increasing your resilience to stress, and increasing your longevity. All nice bonuses to strategies designed to massively increase your mitochondrial function and your energy levels. And we've got a whole suite of products, online info products that guide you on strategies to optimize your lifestyle and nutrition habits. We've got an Eat for Energy course. We've got a brain course. We've got an advanced fat loss strategies course. We've got a breathing for energy course, which I highly, highly recommend. People just absolutely rave about that one in particular. And we've got a whole suite of supplements, mitochondrial formula, a brain formula, energy essentials and superfoods, which is our comprehensive multivitamin and multimineral and superfoods formula, and much, much more, actually. We've got, as of this moment in time, depending on when you're watching this, but as of this moment I'm recording it, I've got an amazing new anti-aging longevity formula on the way and an incredible new sleep formula that will be coming out in the next few weeks. Thank you for watching this. Again, full length link to the full length podcast is down below. And check out theenergyblueprint.com for our whole suite of products that can help you dramatically transform your energy levels. Talk to you soon.